Breast cancer is a war, and you have to do everything you can. You have to fight to win that war. It's metastatic, it's inflammatory, it's a huge tumor, and they're going to cut off my breast. You find out all of this within a week. You go from being perfectly healthy to feeling like, okay, I'm dying. But I didn't even feel sick. How can I be dying? When I found out I had breast cancer, it started a whirlwind of things that I never anticipated having to go through. My name is Bonnie, and I was diagnosed with stage 3 metastatic inflammatory lymph node involved breast cancer on September 11, 2008. Well, I was taking a bath one day and I was doing my monthly self-breast exam, and as I was doing my exam, I felt a strange feeling in my left breast. It didn't feel like a lump, but it just felt like a hard spot, a hardening that was there. So I felt again. I thought, well, that doesn't feel right. What's wrong? So I got out of the tub. I ran to my daughter. Feel my breast. Does this feel funny? Well, yeah, it does feel kind of funny. So then I thought, well, I need to go to the doctor. So I made an appointment to go to the doctor. I went in, they did a mammogram, they did a sonogram, and then they did a biopsy. And so by that time, I was really worried. So then the waiting began because I had to wait for them to give me the results of all of those tests. So I was at work on a Friday, September 11th, and my telephone rang. And my doctor said, we got the results of your test. You have metastatic breast cancer. And I sit there for a minute and I said, metastatic? That means it's spreading, right? And he said, yes. But we did some tests on it. It doesn't respond to hormones, but there's this new drug out called Herceptin that we have a lot of success with. But what we need to do is schedule an appointment for you to go over to the breast surgeon, and we'll just take care of this for you. He made it sound so easy. So I got my purse, locked my door, got in my car, and drove to this little spot with trees, and I cried. And I cried. Then I called my sister, and I cried some more. When I made my first visit to my oncologist, she examined me and she said, I cannot guarantee to save your life, but I'll do whatever I can to try and extend your life. And I thought about that, and you know what I decided? I said, nobody can guarantee to save my life, even if I don't have breast cancer. So I'm not going to take that personally, that I can't be cured from this. I said, okay, she can't guarantee, but life has no guarantees. So I decided, well, I'll just have to fight this thing. I'll do whatever it takes. When you think about options, that means you have a choice of different things to do. For me, if I didn't have chemo, if I didn't have surgery, that meant that I didn't reduce my odds of cancer reoccurring. This was a war for me. I was backed into a corner and I came out fighting because I wanted to kill him. My very first chemo session, I expected to just start throwing time the medicine started going to me because I had seen all of these movies where people were so sick with the chemo. Well, I didn't get sick right away, and I thought, well, that's interesting. I was expecting to get really nauseated. Well, that came later, but the medicines had a lot of different side effects in addition to the nausea that I was expecting. The cocktail that they gave me caused muscle twitching, and my eye would twitch all the time, and I felt like Igor. And so I walk around sometimes and I'd hold my eye as I was talking to people because I was embarrassed that my eye would be twitching. The best thing for me during chemo was to eat chocolate. Chocolate tastes delicious when you're going through chemo, when nothing else tastes the same. One thing that I found helpful when I started through my treatment journey was I took a tape recorder with me. I recorded all of the conversations that I had with my doctor because I found that depending on what they told me, I would start thinking, my mind would wander about the what ifs, and I would miss some of the things that they were saying. So with the tape recorder, I could take it home and listen to it over and over for as many times as I needed to. Or I could share it with my family so I didn't have to keep repeating what the doctor said. You don't have to go through it by yourself. There are support groups out there. There are other people who've gone through it. If you surround yourself with those people, talk to them, share your experiences, and listen to their experiences, there's a whole wealth of support that you can get from those things. I was always very independent, and I've learned with breast cancer, you can't always be independent. You have to be dependent on people to help you through. And I think that's a very important lesson for me. And if I walk away without learning anything else from breast cancer, is that there are some things in life that you have to share. You have to have somebody to lean on, and they'll help you get through it.